Welcome back to the Let's Play Course Party.
ごめんね。逆打ちの方法を知ったのなら不安だったでしょ。
Kind of, abrupt there, but I did say I was going to record immediately after the previous part. Kind of fake, man. I usually just record for like an hour in just one go and then get it split into 2 parts. But you know, it's a bad idea when I do that because it makes the freaking audio and video go out of sync. And I've had enough of that shit. Because I haven't recorded much lately because, like, I'm playing a game on my PS4 and, you know, I had a cold for a week and a half at least. And every time I record, there's always freaking lag on the playback. Every time. It's consistent.
切れ端もうなくさないでね。
So yeah, best not to record over an hour in one go with Camtasia, because it ends up doing the same kind of thing.
ありがとう。すごく嬉しい。
You know, I know I'm kind of talking over these characters a bit here, but speaking of Camtasia, right, it's like my version of it's so out of date that one time I like started up Camtasia to do some editing and it just popped up and it's like, hey, this is out of date as shit and no longer, you know, gets updated or anything, or, you know, from Arcsoft or whatever the fuck. No, Arcsoft, that was, no, I'm thinking of a different one. That's for the capture card, for my old capture card, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm getting it mixed up. But the Camtasia doesn't really update it to like properly, and it's taken away some of the features because it's out of date. And it was like, upgrade, man. And I'm like, yeah, upgrade. At some point. Just not now. I'm skint. I'm broke. What else is new? Get on with the plot.
篠崎、助かったよ。よく見つけてくれていたな。
どういたしまして。そう。でもね、さっきナホさんと会った後見直してみたら血のシミが取れてたの。先生、ごめんなさい。私の読みが甘すぎました。ここは今までにカンパしてきたような簡単な霊磁場ではありませんでした。一刻も早くここから脱出しないと本当に危険です。逆打ちで簡単に戻れると思ったのに、惨殺された幼い魂が磁場に複雑に絡まっていて、このままでは使えません。逆打ちを使うにはまずこの子たちの怨念を何とか除霊して包囲している霊磁場のゲートをほどかなければ、このままの状態で使うと逆に危険です。何が起こるか分かりません。
これは。
うん。この天神小学校の周囲をユキちゃんたち子供の霊が霊磁場を作って包んでいる。だからこのまま逆打ちを行っても霊磁場が邪魔をして帰れないってこと。
やはり幸子の懺悔を引き出して子供の霊を成仏させなきゃならないのか。
頑張ろう。もう少しだよ。
We're almost there, guys. Another earthquake to make access to other areas, I imagine that was. We're nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. You're gonna die. We're nearly there. Finally, we can freaking access that. Man, if only I'd remembered that shit. It's like I said, there's one bad ending where you don't get all 5 of Naho's notes. But that's not even the bad ending I'm going for right now, so I don't know why I even bothered with that. But I guess you gotta get 4 of her notes in order to trigger that to happen. So you have to do all that. And there was another one where you examine the bloodstain. There's another bad ending linked to that. But I haven't really looked at the ending guide in a while, so I can't remember the details. How it goes, you gotta at least read 4 of them. You gotta read all 5 if you wanna get, you know, on track to the proper ending, but we're not doing that right now. Obviously. There's so many shitty bad endings to go through first. Wait, what? She just moved automatically without me pressing anything. Was this here before? I don't remember this. But maybe I do then. I just overlooked it. Not that it matters, we can budget. What? She's moving when she was moving down. I wasn't even pressing anything. Appears to be the course for senior high school students. Oh, that whole thing. Well, don't tell me we have to go through that bit as well. There's nowhere else to go. What? Can't remember shit. We see it leads. Oh, wait. Ah, I remember this. I guess we have to go through that. Man, you have to do a lot of shit just to get to the end of these bloody endings. It's ridiculous.
どうした？
なんだろう、この部屋。呪術っぽい。
眺めててもわかんねえよ。それより外の焼却炉の方になんかいるんだろう。進もうぜ、先に。
Wait, can he not see the shit on the floor then? Okay, alright, let's
分
go.
かった。先に出てて。
おう、早く来いよ。
何？今の声。私、喋ってないのに。
Wait, did our answer not even matter there?
白崎！おい、白崎！
You know, remember chapter 4? There's actually an ending in chapter 4. That's what we went through, obviously, because I went through all the endings. And just keep in mind the ending from chapter 4, and things will start to kind of come together and make you go, wait, why was that in chapter 4? I'm making no sense, but it all makes sense if you've been paying attention when we go through this. And if you've already catched on to what I'm alluding to, then that probably counts as a spoiler. It's the sound effect made it seem like she's the one banging on the door, but it's him, isn't it?
閉じ込められたの。開けて！ねえ！水沼くん！開けて！誰か！お願い！やだ。篠崎さん！
She finally reappears! She barely played a role in this game, really.
無事ね。生きてるね。
I mean, to be fair, she was trapped under a freaking cabinet with loads of knives and shit for, you know, first half of the game after chapter 2, but still.
先生の声がする。これも嘘の声だったら泣くから。
Remember that one time where there was that weird ending? Oh yeah, that is. Yeah, I'm thinking of that. Yeah.
何を言ってるの。さあおいで。もう怖くないよ。
You know what? That right there is probably what you were thinking when I just babbled on there. It's like, what are you talking about? Oh, all in due time.
先生、どこに行ってたの。会いたかったよ。ごめんね。怖い思いさせたね。あれ、先生、ひどい怪我。
It's.
篠田、
It's...
骨折した腕が
Fuck it, it's a trap.
篠崎さんさあ立ってここを出るわよ
Couldn't really, you know, do it dramatically though. Look out!
早く私に捕まって私の体を登りなさい先生だけど
But this will look weird without 2D sprites.
早く片腕では二人の体重を支えきれないわ
Whoops.
急いで篠崎さんあなたまで落ちちゃうわよダメ指が離れる
Yeah, Yubi, that's fingers. It's just makes me think back to, you know, learning a bit of Japanese.
早く上
You know, I wonder if the door opened because they were like, maybe the school was just fucking with them. And he's like, oh, we're done fucking with you now, so here's the door. Or if Yoshiki finally was able to break the door open. But what a freaking time to break in, right? He finally gets the door open and he's just like, what the fuck?
ユイ先生
大丈夫すぐ上がるからそこもいつ崩れるかわからないわ外に出ていなさい
Don't try to be a hero, Miss Yui. That's just like... I mean, there's plenty of room to, you know... I mean, look at this shit right here. And you got Yoshiki, he's fairly strong, I imagine. Both of them could pull her up and then peg it for the door. Do it, man.
早く
You didn't say that. And because she never take care of Shinozaki. Oh, wait, it's because it's inner thoughts, I guess.
先生
Sometimes that's voice acted, though.
篠崎来い
It's probably a case of you look at it and it doesn't really look like it should be that hard for them to pull her up. But it probably actually is. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Between the two of them, I think they could pull her up. I mean, what the hell, man?
篠崎さん篠崎さん強くなりなさいあなたは誰にも負けないここを出たら叶えるのよ話してくれた夢行きなさいこれだけ言ってもわからないの早く行きなさい
Well, gravity's about to kick in for you. I mean, why don't they just grab her? This feels really forced in a kind of... Yeah, we gotta do this dramatic scene. And we kind of cast aside logic just for this one moment. You didn't even voice act it! Shinozaki! We gotta leave her to sacrifice herself. You notice a pattern though? It's like, of all the characters that have died, it's only been characters that weren't in the original version of Corpse Party. I've not played the original version of Corpse Party, but the original Corpse Party had, well, pretty much everyone that's still alive, more or less. And I'm not sure if Miss Yui was there or not. She might have been, but I can't really remember. I don't know. Murashige and Mayu definitely weren't, though, and I don't think Seiko was. So, the moral of the story is, if you're an extra character added in, you're probably gonna die in this game. I mean, I know that's tragic and all, but How forced was that, though? They could have clearly got her. It seemed like they should have been able to save her. But no, she had to die because they needed to add to the body count, I guess. I don't know. But could they have at least have one of them, not get killed off? Just one of them? Maybe? No? Of course not.
篠崎行くぞ来い篠崎いいか絶対に無駄にしねえぞ先生の気持ちを
What sacrifice? You could have friggin' saved her as well. I don't know, maybe if it was, in a different style, where they made it, so it actually looked like it would be impossible to save her without great risk. And even then, it seemed like, they would at least try, but they didn't. Ayumi was like, no, I can't leave you, and she's like, no, you must go, I'll take care of myself. And Yoshiki was like, we have to go, I suppose, because she said so, and Ayumi's like, no, we can't. And then he drags her off, and that's that.
岸沼君
わかるよな強くなれって あいつは
He looks so silly.
校長だわ幸子の黄色いリボン投げ込んでたね
Man, my legs kill me. Always stick with my legs crossed, no matter what. So, let's stop doing that there, because my leg is killing me there.
取れるか
From the darkness within the incinerator, the figure of the girl can faintly be seen. She's squatting with hands around her knees.
おい
I think you might have had a CG in the PSP version. It's Sachiko. Upon meeting your gaze, she spins in place and begins crawling deeper into the machine until she vanishes from sight.
なんだ狭いけどこの路張っていけば奥に行けるのかそういえば奥の方に小さい明かりが見えるぞ部屋でもあるのかよし
待ってこれ焼却炉よ途中で火でもついたら
だなよしお前はここで待ってろ
待って私も行く
Man,
待ってろって言ったろ
this escalated so quickly, didn't it? It went from nothing happening in the previous part to, okay, they finally rendezvous and they're like, okay, we gotta do this and that, specifically this and that, because otherwise you're fucked, more or less. And then it went to, oh, let's go down here, Miss Yui, oh, Miss Yui, hello, oh, Miss Yui, oh. I guess she's dead now. And then they just kind of went on to the incinerator. It was kind of like they just skimmed over that. Just like, oh yeah, she's dead, let's move on. I mean, it's like Yoshiki said, it's what she would have wanted. She wants you to move on. But, you know what felt weird is that ending I was mentioning from Chapter 4. There was an ending where, for whatever reason, Miss Yui meets up with Satoshi. Satoshi's all like, Miss Yui, where were you? And he's all like, I'm here now. And then it cuts to that scene that just played out, more or less. I think it was just complete black screen, so you couldn't see what was going on. But it pretty much played out like how it actually played out there, more or less. But it was more of a emphasis on her perspective of it. So you see her when she's like falling to her death. She's still alive temporarily. She reflects on things, hopes everyone makes it okay, and she even thinks about her cat, and it's a lot more tragic. Why the fuck was it a bad ending for chapter 4 when it should have been in chapter 5 as part of the main story? What's up with that?
私も行く。
But yeah, Miss Yui dying was kind of inevitable in this game.
気をつけろよ。そこら中に埃の塊とか引っかかりがある。
I don't know, it's just going back to that. It's just like, how the fuck was that a chapter 4 bad ending though? It literally ended at a key plot point in chapter 5. In chapter 4! What the fuck was up with that? It's just so weird. That should have been in this chapter. Did they, like, I don't know how the fuck that even happens. How does that make sense? Like, I mean, it's not like it's not like Satoshi died in that ending or anything like that. It just left everything ambiguous. It's just like, what the fuck? One moment you're talking to Satoshi, comforting him, and then you cut to chapter 5 where she gets killed off without really explaining anything, and it's just freaking confusing. But anyways, we should focus on what's going on here now, because, yeah. We'll be coming back through here inevitably at some other point as well. You know, going through all the other endings and whatnot, so we have plenty of time to go around here and pay more attention.
くそ、狭いな。だいぶ来ちまったが、まだ半分くらいか。低い天井のせいで体を起こせないってのがこんなに不安だとはな。もし今出口や入り口が塞がれてこの体勢のまま動けなくなったら
Well, that wouldn't be pleasant, would it?
余計なこと考えるな。大丈夫か？
で、刺しちゃっただけ。
If I
針金みたい
recall,
なの出てた。
there should be like a choice of some sort, but I don't know where or when, and I don't know. It's just confused me because I'm expecting things like, remember the previous bad ending was going for that I'll go back to after again the first bad ending through this. It's just another case of that where it feels straightforward. Well, it seems straightforward on paper. Seems straightforward. First, that other bad ending was going for. All you had to do, all the objective was let Yuka get caught by Kazami. That was it. That's all you needed to do. That's all it was written in the ending. But then you gotta go fucking 2 hours into the fucking plot just to get to the bad ending. It's like seems like it should be like really easy to obtain, but you have to go through so much freaking hoops, rings and shit to get there.
そうか。
Now you end up seeing loads of key plot points, and I end up skimming over them because I'm going for the bad endings first, you know. So it kind of feels a bit underwhelming as a result.
来ないで。お願いだから来ないで。
Is that really her voice? I remember her voice sounding a bit different. Or maybe, actually, I think it might be. Fuck, I don't know how this affects anything, really. Fuck, I can go.
やっぱこの先何かあるな。行くぞ。
It's like I said, it's like on the bad endings, they just list a few key points. They don't freaking like point out these choices in between it or anything. So I'm just kind of guessing at this point, like. Well, I know, I might end up with a wrong end I wasn't even originally going for.
来ないで。来るな。
This might actually lead to just a... Wait. No, that wouldn't count, would it? They're gonna die. Yep.
だから来ないでって言ったのに。
Yeah. Is this gonna lead to a non-end? It is, isn't it? Oh. No, they just get killed off. Let's see if we can go about killing you guys off in the meantime. Where the fuck do we go now? They are so dead, and you will be too. I think those guys are supposed to be, you know, not dead for this ending I'm going for, potentially. I have no clue, I'm so lost. So very lost. Have no idea where to go. One team is dead and the other team is kind of stuck in limbo. Oh wait, maybe this is it actually. We might be able to get this ending right now! Yeah, this is the spot. All of that stuff with the other team completely unnecessary. All we need to do was walk over here. Countless shiny black bugs, roughabods and worms have all converged together into a skittering, shifting mass so big it's like a slimy lake. Ugh, nasty. Oh, even nastier. You know, I didn't really realize this, but this is gonna be a really horrific bad end in terms of context. You see where this is going?
Naomi!
He took his time to react.
Naomi! こっちだ！来れるか？
Jesus Christ. Sorry, Naomi, I'll go, but I feel. Oh, every slight movement of the bugs dry course. As they skitter and slither their way across these very tightly packed roots. Ah, this is classic corpse party here. The horrific details. That's what made the original corpse party here so freaking horrifying. I'm sorry, Naomi, but you're gonna have to drown in this horrific way. It's quite fucked, but this is the first bad end we'll be going for. Don't worry, Naomi. Well, actually, worry, Naomi, because quite a few bad endings involve you getting screwed over. But I think this is clearly one of the worst ways to go here. Oh boy, this is icky and gross. This is way worse than the pool bad end. I mean, drowning in the murky, horrific pool was horrible for you, Ayumi, in that one bad ending. But drowning in bugs? Jesus Christ. Gotta wonder what Satoshi's thinking right now as he looks on. Ooh. Oh! Oh, the sound effects. I mean, I imagine they didn't actually have actual bugs for the sound effects. But the context, you know. Oh no. A large number of bugs have found their way onto my skin and have begun not only shuffling across my body but burrowing into it as well. Good God! Oh! Yeah, this is the stuff. This is the stuff that made Corpse Party so fucking disturbing. Oh! Could you imagine this freaking adapted into film? I mean, I know there's an anime adaptation, but it's not quite the same thing. Jesus Christ. Even if they did actually do an adaptation, wrong end, they probably wouldn't have that scene in, I imagine. they'd probably go for a different ending, obviously. I doubt they would probably kill off Naomi's character. Team Chris, that was very fucked up. You see what I mean? This is why I keep bitching about Blood Drive, is because Blood Drive can't even compare to the horror of the original. It's those detailed, horrific kind of bad endings and shit. You don't really get that kind of gruesomeness in Blood Drive. It just feels like it's like more of an emphasis on comedy and slice of life kind of stuff. So the horror feels really downplayed, and the plot just feels freaking weird because it's not really very horror-like. None of the characters, for the most part, are really reacting to the horrific things. They're just kind of like, yeah, whatever. And that's kind of what bugs me about it. It's that and the characters that are added into the series from an extra kind of side game just suck ass because they don't fit into the Corpse Party main thing.